What's going on YouTube? The Jamerin here, bringing you World of Tanks updates, and today is June 1st. We are going to go over some new tanks, some new maps, some buffs, and a general overview of what June is to come. So I'm pretty excited. There's a couple, one biggest thing I'm excited for is some new tanks that they're going to be coming out and debuting this month as well. So before we get into those, let's just go into the June overview, news updates for World of Tanks console. And so, obviously, the Crimson Knights. So, the Crimson Knights are new tanks that they're going to be showing off. Um, Looks like Terrible Twosome, Honor T28E, and the Glory IS5. So it's going to be added to the Fatherland and the Motherland to create the Crimson Knights Mega Pack. So those are the two tanks right there. I believe this is the Tiger, the T28E, and this is the IS5, I believe, along with the Fatherland and the Motherland. Oh no, yep. And then there's a new KV220T, which I believe, yep, is an earned op. So that starts tomorrow, June 2nd, and runs through the 22nd. And obviously they have the bundles that you can purchase too as the dates get closer to the the last day is when you'll be able to purchase the basic bundle that comes with the KV220. And I believe, yep, this is what it looks like. So if you already have a KV220, it just has a different paint job. It's essentially the exact same tank. And I think as you go down, yep, so you get the Ion Track IS7. So for those of you who want the IS7, now's your chance. It's going to be cheaper to get, I believe. Yep, discounts and ops with probably getting like 1.5 times XP or something like that, like they normally do. But this is what I was excited for. June 22nd to the July 2nd is Valkyria Chronicles. If you don't know what Valkyria Chronicles is, it is an action type RPG strategy game. RPG. It you play as like a a squad that has a tank, and you go on different missions, and you have to like your different characters are strong against other characters and against tanks and stuff like that too. It's actually a really good game. I recommend it. It's on the PS4 store, remastered. So if you haven't played it before, I really recommend it. It's a really fun game. It's really cool. But they'll have the Edelweiss, which is the main protagonist of this tank, and the Nameless. On there as well too, so I'm excited for that one. I really want to get the Edelweiss. It's an awesome, cool. It's a cool looking tank, and it's just gonna bring back memories for me. So the looks like the tanks are coming back for a limited time for the New World of Tanks Raw comic collection, which is the whole comic book, World of Tanks comic book that they came out. It's all in one easy to buy book now. Some new patch kits. So this is pretty cool. 20% of your vehicle's HP is restored over 20 seconds when activated, and those are only available during the weekend of June 30th. So that's pretty cool. You can play a couple things like that, and the ranked battles are coming at the end of June. Uh, some new June emblems for this month, right there. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm excited for these tanks right here. Uh, like I said, nostalgia reasons. And then so the KV220, that's a new tank that they're coming out with. Basically, it's just a KV220-2 with a different paint job is literally all it is. So earn it for free. It's a KV5, so it's going to be the point systems again. But the cool thing is, instead of having to earn it, and once you use up the points, you have to re-get them. As soon as you hit each of these point systems, you're going to just roll into uh, the next point. So 15 points will get you 2 times XP boost, and then so on and so forth. A total of, I believe, 755 points is all you need to get. So a lot of people who have already done the 1,000 for the TNA 5v2 last month, this should be pretty easy. I got the 1,000 points, and I only play at night a couple hours. So a lot of people were able to get that way before me. Obviously, I had to get it. The day before it ended is when I got my 1,000 points. So yeah, so you get basically a free KV220. If you don't know, it's basically K an IS, but up armored, I believe, or something. I don't know. It's got a lot of armor for a tier 5, which is really, really nice. And like I said, if you bought the Bogatyr and you do the op, you just get 1,000,000 silver and a garage slot. So It's just pretty cool. Wait, what? Yeah. So lock on Soviet tanks. There it is. 2 times silver XP boosts. Um, it's pretty cool. So that's kind of with that tank. And let's move on. On track for the IS-7. Like I said, you get discounts on it. 50% up from tier 2 to 5, 30% from 6 to 10, which is actually pretty nice. And you get so you get an extra 25% experience when you're playing the IS line, which is pretty cool. I might try to start going through it. I think I stopped at the KV-1S. So I might try to get up there and see how it goes. It's the tank that I think about getting here soon, so I'll just have to grind that out. And then the store bundles. Looks like on Trek Prep, Soviet Snacks, 1 Week of Glory. Nah. So there you go. So if you want to drop some money with some gold, you get some of those cool new bundles. And here we go. Crimson Knights. They're going over the new Crimson Knights. So the Tier 8 Glory IS-5 and the Tier 4 Honor T-28 F-30. So I'm actually going to assume this is the T-28 and this is the IS-5. So I was off on that last little bit, but it's whatever. Yeah, reinforced gun variant, the Tier T-28. Okay, so it's a T-28 basically. So you can get that all bundled up, or only get the IS-5 in the Fatherland and the Motherland. You can get the 2 new tanks. You can get the Bogartir and the KV-5. Or the Fatherland or the Motherland by itself, or the IS-5 by itself. So let's take a look at this IS-5 initially. So obviously Tier 8, 1550 HP, 15,000 gold for Tier 8. That's a lot of gold. But it's got IS speed, engine power is pretty good. Obviously it's a heavy tank, so the traverse speed is crap, and the turret traverse is crap. But look at that. Front armor is 120 and obviously sloped, and the sides are 120. So this is going to be a beast of a side scraping tank. The turret armor is that's pretty good. 200 on the front, 129 on the sides, and 90 in the rear. So that's actually pretty good. So it's going to take a couple things to penetrate this thing. 122 millimeter gun, just like all the other Soviet Tier 8 tanks, pretty much. 30 pieces of ammunition, just kind of like the Fireland. There's not much for ammunition. Looks like it's a 390. Yep, 390. Alpha damage, armor penetration, looks like it's a 212 again. And the rate of fire is 4. It's not got the best rate of fire, 4.76. So obviously you're going to put on gun rammer on that vehicle. Plays up to tier 10 and 50% silver bonus. So it's a moneymaker, guys. If you're going to get it, get it. If you like the IS vehicles, looks like, and the paint job actually looks pretty sweet. So I can't wait to see the in-game model for it. And then obviously there's the bundles, and they spread them out throughout the month. So looks like right at the beginning of the month is when you get the regular, and then later on in the month is when you can get just the regular basic stuff, obviously. So there is that. And then last weekend ops. So let's look what weekend's ops there are this weekend. Starting tomorrow, we've got target neutralized, destroy 2 or more enemies in a winning battle. That shouldn't be too bad. 5,000 credits. Light them up, detect 2 or more vehicles. So if you have a light tank, that shouldn't be an issue either. So you can get about 25,000 credits there, and so 50,000 credits with these 2 ops right there should be able to knock them out pretty quick like that, guys. Sweep the leg, assist with some more damage due to tracking. So there's another multiplier there if you're gonna available for 3 times a day. Arty Hunt, small repair kit, destroy 1 or more artillery. So that's all dependent on whether or not there's arty and if you get a chance to shoot it. Patrol duty medals. So the patrol duty, I believe, is if you spot 6 or more vehicles in a match. So that's available twice per day, so another 50,000 credits there. So if you have a pretty good light tank, and if you're the only light tank, you should be able to get that medal pretty easily, guys. And then top of the class does not combine with the first win bonus, obviously, but you can get some extra experience there. So if there's a tank I think you can, yeah, you can probably add this on with the IS ops as well too. So you can add another some more extra experience probably, I think, if you're gonna be doing that. So I believe that is it. Oh no, you know what? I forgot. Let's do this Battlefield Bonanza. So there's a huge update. If you didn't know, if you got on today and you couldn't play World Tanks immediately, I've heard anywhere. I have mine is 4 hours to install. I've had some of my clanmates do 7 hours, and then those with really crappy internet, they're probably not playing it all tonight. But it's a huge update, 38 gigs. But according to this, it's just some more maps, some buffing of tanks, and some bug fixes. So I'm not sure if there's other stuff. I'm assuming it's probably other stuff to prepare for like a bunch of new tanks. Because there's a bunch of new tanks coming out, guys. So who knows? Some high definition maps. So they've added a summer version of Ardennes. And Ardennes was actually, if you watch my previous video, the one I posted right yesterday, that has this map, but it's obviously the winter version. So now it's a summer. So that's going to look pretty cool. Northwest has been redesigned, which is awesome. They flattened out some of the spots where it's like really steep climb, especially for those lumbering heavy tanks. So that's pretty cool. Redshire got an HD version of it, so that's going to be cool. I can't wait to play that one. Improved platoon management, and so they made the multiplayer platoon feel a little bit better. It looks like it's almost very similar to what you would do as if you're doing like a practice or like a team training. Very similar to that feel, it looks like. And there you go, 36.4 gigabytes on PlayStation 4. If you're an Xbox fan, 36 gigabytes. Sorry about that, guys. The dogs went crazy. There's somebody at the door. Anyways, back to it. Vehicles that are buffed. Pan 38 has better turret chassis to rotation, so the traverse speed. Max pitch increased, so looks like you have better gun depression, so 3 more degrees, which is really, really good. Well, compared to what it was before. Obviously 10 is probably the best you want in a medium tank, but 8 is pretty decent. Better horsepower, so you're going to have better power to weight ratio, so you can get up to speed a little bit faster. The Panzer IV looks like that one has better gun handling, which is really, really good too for that tank. The Lova, I have no idea how to pronounce that correctly. So now that one has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is really good. Gives it one of the best for a heavy tank, which is awesome, and better horsepower. So once again, better horse power to weight ratio, so you should be able to get up to the max speed of the Lova a lot better. 112 gets better gun handling again there too. The STA2 gets a speed buff, and actually they lowered the weight and increased the horsepower. So not only do you get a top speed increase, but you also once again can get up to top speed a lot faster with that change right there. Centurion and the Centurion 7.1 increased top speed to 50 kilometers, so that makes it up there with the other medium tanks. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the updates, guys. If you like these updates, I know I kind of went over those really quick. There was a lot over the last 2 days, or 3 days looks like. So, anyways, guys, leave a like down below. Subscribe, obviously, if you like these videos. Leave a like, let me know. I'll keep posting them. It's fun to do. I like going over what's new coming up, and I want to see what's going on. And it gives you an insight of what's going on and kind of what to look forward to, especially you get another free tier 5 premium tank. But it's a tier 5, but it's actually pretty decent. The KV-220 is actually a pretty fun tank to play at tier 5, so I can't wait to see a bunch of those back out there. It's going to get annoying. But it'll be fun, especially for those people who don't have premium tanks. They get to earn a free one. I love the fact that Wargaming does that. It's really cool, especially the last one was a lot of fun, because then it gives you the people who have enough time to get up there can get it, but then you have a chance of getting some other premium tanks in between there. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, guys, leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.